Social love the mod, yeah. We're online everything but YouTube.
No
Dex said
YouTube
like
yet.
Dex even said to us, "Hey, you might have issues."
Who said that?
It was in Streamyard.
Oh, YouTube's on. We're
YouTube
on
on?
YouTube.
Oh, great.
Yep.
Everybody's on. All right, great. What's
Oh
up,
wait,
everybody? How you doing?
I can hear it.
All right, let's start the show. You ready? Wait, are we taking calls? Yes, guys.
You are taking calls.
Phone lines are open, and you're coming in hot. So if you want to talk, we got Joshua on the show tonight. I told you guys we were going to have that. Joshua, the geocaching vloggers, on the show, and Chad. But Chad, as usual, froze and went
Chad's
away.
having
So he'll be
issues.
back in a minute. But yeah, we got Chad. We got Chad on. We got Jesse on. We got callers coming in hot. So you want to talk about something? Let's talk about something tonight. So here we go. Let me start the music. We got music from the old Friday Night Roundtable, kids. Good evening, everybody. Here we go. It is a Saturday night antisocial club. Number 2, Joshua. Number 2. Don't know how long we're gonna do this for. I have no idea. It is for us, for Jesse and I. It is day 8 of quarantine. Joshua, do you know what day you're on? We are
I,
day 8.
I think it's like 10 or 12.
We are officially day 8. We were shut down on the 20th of March, the city. So we are on day 8 officially. Unofficially, I mean, I'm on like day 15, but officially day 8. So how you doing, Joshua?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing all right. As good as good can be. Went out today, did a little caching. We drove. It's really crappy weather here. We got a lot of rain last night, a lot of rain today, but we drove out to Wisconsin. We caught we knew there was a window where we had some time to go, so we went in social distance. Drove. Jesse wanted to take a drive, so we drove some back roads to Wisconsin. Got a couple caches. Nothing new. All old ones. Like we didn't want to like get any new ones. Like we passed one that was found today. We're like, nope, keep going. So. We kept going. Yeah, so only old ones. What about you? How you doing?
Did not get any geocaching in today. It was pretty much torrential rains all day. So stayed indoors with the family. We have a guest with us that's one of Reese's friends from college, and we made a birthday video for her that was pretty funny.
Oh, very nice.
It was a quarantine birthday video.
I am really, really enjoying the videos that your wife is making.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. Every day, for those of you who are listening or watching, every day she's been making different dancing videos, and every day we are raising the bar a little bit higher.
Yes, you are.
The birthday video was
Yes,
pretty
you are.
spectacular. It
Yeah.
was amazing.
Which one? The one
Today's birthday
I didn't
video.
see which one was today's?
The birthday video.
Yeah.
I
So
don't think I watched it.
you'll have to see it.
Which
It
one
was
was
pretty
the
awesome.
with the boys with the not boys to man? Who was it?
In Sync. Bye.
Yeah.
Yeah. When was
Yeah.
that? Was that yesterday? Friday?
That was
That was 2 days
2
ago.
days ago, I think.
And then yesterday we did the 70s show
That one was good.
in the car or whatever.
Yeah, I saw
With the
that.
dog, yep.
That was good. Yeah.
So today was the day where we did it took the most. We had props, we had costumes, we had some serious editing. It was we really went hard today.
Oh, good job.
It was pretty
Yeah.
awesome.
I'm glad. So it's something you could do to when you can't cash. You can actually.
Well, there you go. And yeah, and making videos too. So
Well done.
That's
All right,
fun.
guys, I tweaked Joshua. Is he better now? Am I louder and he quieter? I tweaked it, so let's hope.
He's still loud.
He's pretty loud.
Joshua, you got to turn yourself down, man. Don't you have a volume knob on?
I don't have.
All right, take the thing a little further away from your face.
Okay.
Here you go.
How about that? A little
Okay,
better.
talk
A
now.
lot better.
A lot better.
A lot
Is that
better.
right? Cool.
A little closer, maybe.
A little closer.
A little closer. There you
How's
go.
that?
Well said.
Perfect.
I don't know.
Perfect. Okay.
We'll let the chat
A
room.
little bit this way. A little bit that way. No, this way.
We'll let the chat room respond. So guys, real quick ground rules. You're coming in hot here. If you give us a call, 808-468-7924. Give us a call. Let's join in the conversation. Let's talk about something. We can talk about anything. We don't have to agree, but we do have to be respectful. So please do that. Keep it family friendly if you can, and please, callers will get dumped if you break any of these rules. I can dump you real quick. I promise you. Let's see. Show me. Let's find out. But other than that, guys, real quick support. Hey, you know what, guys? We're using the established channels of our social media on the Geocaching Podcast to bring you an extra show. That extra show costs money because our show costs money, and doing an extra show costs twice the amount of money. So anything you can, we appreciate it. You can help us 2 ways. First is becoming a patron, which means you're getting extra audio, extra video, only available to our patrons. That's a paywall. And it's a lot of fun. You can go to patreon.com. That's patreon.com/the geocaching podcast to become a patron. Tiers, we have different tiers, and they start as low as $3. So if you'd like to become a patron, just join us at patreon.com. Or if you want, we've also set up a one-time payment now available. You can go to paypal.me. That's paypal.me/the geocaching podcast. And you can make a one-time donation to us. We'd really appreciate it. And we'd really appreciate anything you guys can do to help us out, because we're footing this bill on this extra show, and it's costing money. And you know what? We're doing it for you guys, just so we all have something to do here. So with that, let's start this. So I said we're in our 8th day of quarantine here in Chicago, officially 8th day of quarantine. Kids are going back to school on Monday or Tuesday, I think. So
Wow.
all 3 kids. Well, e-learning, Chad, not.
Oh, okay. So, my kids started e-learning like 2 days after they were told get the hell out, which was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, well, my oldest, my 15-year-old, did a week of it already, but the 2 younger ones have not done it yet. They
Not this year. They did last year on their polar vortex days. So
yeah,
they have some experience with this. So we'll see how it goes this year.
Yeah,
They'll
it'll be
start up
interesting
on
to see
Monday.
how they respond to all this. What about you, Joshua? How are your kids doing?
They're doing okay. We just finished spring break. So the week before last week, the teachers were just getting ready for e-learning. And then it was spring break this week. So they start distance learning on Monday. So we'll see how it goes.
Oh, that'd be fun. And your daughter's home, right?
Daughter's completely home. She's completely online. So yeah, we have a very full house.
I know. When's the last time you've had this full of a house?
I don't know. So we have a woman. We have a woman that lives with us, and then Reese is home. Reese brought a friend from college, and then the boys are home. Tammy's home. I'm home. It's like Christmas here. It's crazy.
Do we
so many
have
people.
to call the authorities? Are you over your 10 people limit?
No, we're not over 10.
Okay, all right.
We're getting close. We're getting close.
Yeah, it's funny how you should just put the Christmas tree back up if you're gonna.
I know, right?
Let's
Boy.
put it back up.
Crazy.
I heard people were actually putting Christmas things back up outside to
Really?
make
Yeah, I've
everybody
heard that too.
happier. Yeah, that's what I hear.
Uh,
We got a call coming in. We've got this is early. Look at that. We've got On a Boat here. Hello, On a Boat.
What's up, buddy?
You're for the end of the show, not the beginning of the show. What are you doing calling so early?
I know. I love you guys. I want to talk to Joshua.
Oh,
'cause,
excuse me. Well, should I just put us all on mute then? Is that what you want?
I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. No, I want to hear. I want to hear about his travel plans and how that's been affected. I know, looking last year, you traveled all across the globe. And
Right.
You've been everywhere, right? Like, what's it looking like this year? What do you think?
Yeah.
is going on?
It's looking pretty dismal, actually. To be honest with you, this last week I was supposed to be in Arizona. Mesa has a brand new geo tour, and my plan was to do the geo tour down there, and that got canceled this week. I just officially canceled my plans for Mingo Madness, so I will not be going.
Have they
Going
canceled it?
there.
Have they?
What's that? No, they have not made an official announcement, but with my day job, things, just like everyone, things have gotten a little crazy. So they need me. They need me here to do that. So Mingo Madness is out. I'm still crossing my fingers for 2020 event and crossing my fingers for New Zealand in October. But yeah, they're just falling off, and we'll see how it goes from there.
Yeah, I would think Mingo, if it's not canceled, it's got to have to be at some point. It's a month away, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's terrible.
So we'll see, and maybe because things are canceling, maybe I'll add some other things, add some other events if they actually start happening. I'm guessing the fall is going to be very busy when things get rescheduled to the fall.
Yep.
Yeah, I was talking to somebody earlier about that exact thing, right? Like about community celebrations are all going to be stacked in the back half of the year now.
Yeah, I know.
And mega events are all going to be stacked in the back half of the year now. It's going to be like we're going to try to live our year in
3 months.
at the end of the year,
You'll probably be able to go somewhere every weekend if you wanted to, if you had the means.
Yeah. Well, it's already looking nuts. You know what I mean? Like the summer was already like that all across the U.S. It was like every week. So
Yeah. Any news on the GeoBash in New York? Did New York get New York got changed to October? Didn't it? Didn't it get moved?
no,
No?
it's still where it is at the moment. When I last talked to Devin up there, he's the chairman of Allegheny Geobash. When I talked to him last, he said they're on the outside of that 8-week window that they set a few weeks back.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And they're like 2 or 3 weeks after that, you know. And at this point, they're just kind of keeping on until they hear otherwise. And he said it's probably going to come down to either HQ or New York State Park System actually saying that they can't congregate there for an event like that. So, but and they're the next one after Mingo, I believe, in the world at the moment. What's scheduled out there? So, I think it's like May 17th or something, right? That sound right?
I don't know when it is. Is that when it is? I have no idea.
I think it's May 17th, I believe. Yeah.
May 16th. It says right here. Look, I got my First Defined magazine with all the cancel.
Is that with you on the cover, Joshua?
No, this is the new one.
This is the new one. Yeah.
Oh, you want to see that one? Oh, it's right here. There it is.
You know, that looks more like Marty McFly than it does you.
I know. That makes me happy. That makes me happy.
Yeah, that's a shame with what's going on. It's like, I think you're right, Ian. I think it's all going to get like stacked at the back, and the community events I think are the ones that are really going to suffer for that. You know.
Yeah, I think that's like the best case scenario too. You know what I mean? Like what Josh and I were both saying, like having events later in the year, like that's best case scenario if this somehow gets under control and we start loosening up. And you know what I mean? Like there's a chance that we might not be able to get everything in. You know what I mean? Like
absolutely.
It might push back so far.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
It's I don't know. No, I saw
Hi, Tammy.
looking very somber over here tonight. Not his usual smiley self. So I just wanted to check in. I figured he's a little disappointed in not being able to travel right now. Just want to check in, make sure he's doing all right. You know, got to keep an eye on him, make sure he's good.
Josh, are you doing all right?
I'm doing all right. I'm just a little demoralized. It's very hard, you know. And here's the thing that I'm encountering now. I've got a video coming up tomorrow. I post every Sunday, and these are videos that I shot weeks ago. And so every time I've been posting a video, I just get judgment from the people. Like, why are you high-fiving people? Why are you touching?
Oh.
People are, and people have any concept that when you post it, it's not like it just happened that day. So
right.
So in the comments, I have to be like, this was shot on May 5th, you know. So
yeah, one of the things I've seen some YouTubers been doing recently is posting a little intro to those that are saying, look, this was filmed, you know, back before the coronavirus. Please do not get upset, you know.
I know.
Yada yada yada. So
maybe I have to start doing that.
Yeah.
But you know,
yeah.
So yeah, it's but I'm still getting out. I mean, we can still I think we have the same shelter in order as Illinois, where we can get out and we can lightly exercise.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we have that too. I mean, like I said, like we drove to Wisconsin today, just because we were in all day yesterday. All day Friday, we were in the house, and Josie woke up this morning. She's like, "I gotta get out of here. We have to go for a drive." I'm like, "All right, let's go for a drive." You know, what's the harm in that? How are we hurting ourselves? We're going for a drive,
right?
So we drove the back roads to Wisconsin, got a couple of caches that haven't been found in a long time. You know, we knew would be pretty safe, and plus it's been raining, and then we drove home, and we had to get home for this. You know, so it was a nice drive. It was fun to get out and get some fresh air, you know. But yeah, Ian, thank you. Ian, do you know anything about Mingo? Have you heard anything? You know, you're in the.
I did a show with Gearheads a week or two ago, and I talked to Ryan Semmel before that, and he said that they're keeping an eye on everything with the local authorities there.
Right.
And he said they're probably going to make an updated announcement around April 1st, is what he said in the chat on that show as well.
Oh, okay.
So that's the last thing I heard is April 1st. He's planning on making an announcement, like an official announcement with Mingo Madness as to the status of everything, keep everybody updated.
That'll be like Tuesday. Is that Tuesday or Wednesday? When is that?
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
That's Wednesday. Okay.
Yeah,
Ah, that's
I
nice.
heard April 1st too. That's what I heard.
Oh, well,
So
so
there you go. You might have something to.
we have something to talk about on our show now on Wednesday. We'll be letting you guys know what's going on our show on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Ian,
There
always,
you go.
how you doing, man? Everybody okay over there?
Yeah, man, we're doing great. We, you know, it's nice. I've been spending more time with my wife. She's working from home. You know, we're trying to make the best of it. I've been putting in floors here in the house, trying to get stuff done around the house.
Oh God, I'm
Trying
lazy.
to stay active. You know, like it's tough. It's tough to kind of live a normal life with all the stuff going on, but trying to get out of the house and go find some caches and trying to keep it like I've been going out on long hikes in the parks. You know, stuff that
Sure.
I normally wouldn't do on a work night.
Sure.
I've been today. I actually took my wife and the baby out with me. Went and did 2 new Adventure Lab series that just came out. And I'll tell you what, like anybody that's listening, like if you guys have adventures near you, get out and go play them, man. Like those are the perfect kind of thing to be doing right now. Like you don't touch anything, you don't have to be around other people. Just go. You know what I mean? Like
No, I agree with you.
Those are really fun to do today.
Yeah, I agree
So-
with you completely. Yeah, Jesse and I that's why I said to Jesse today, I'm like, we were driving home from Wisconsin. I'm like, why didn't we just go do Adventure Lab? She's like, oh yeah, I didn't even think of that.
I said, well, we have tomorrow.
You guys are in a nice spot. I was looking at the map the other day. I got to come over to Chicago. You guys got what 12 right in Chicago there now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And both Jesse and I have one to put out too.
We'll
We
both be
have one to
putting more
put
out. So do we want to talk about that? So
They extended it.
Yes,
I
we did.
was
yes.
just gonna say that.
Jesse was going to tell us they extended it. Yes, they did. Till October. What was it? August 31st? Is that correct?
August, I believe. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Alright.
So you guys got time, you know, get time to plan them out and get them out there. But yeah, we had a good time. It was nice. I don't get to take my wife Cash with me a lot. She kind of just goes along for the ride, you know. And it was fun because she was sitting there on the app trying to log stuff, and I got her download Cashly because you know Cashly's great and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, I tried to get her on that, and she's learned how to use it, and it was fun watching her try to enjoy herself and get on the lab app and everything. It was good. It was nice to get out with the family a little bit. So it was
Good.
fun.
I'm glad. That's awesome. All right, we do. Thank you so much for calling in, buddy. We appreciate it.
Absolutely. You guys all take care, Joshua. Good to see you, man.
Good to see you or hear you. Thanks for calling.
We'll talk to you. We'll talk to you soon. So Joshua,
Hmm.
so let me talk about yesterday. Well, first of all, Chad, how are your kids doing? By the way, how are you doing?
My son's doing fine. So I was trying to say, my internet likes to start cutting out as soon as I start talking, for some reason. But basically 2 weeks ago, they basically kicked the kids out and said, basically, we're going to start school back up in 2 days. So it was 2 days later that they had the whole e-schooling set up and running. So, they were, pretty on the ball about it. So, but my son's loving it because, he doesn't have to spend most of his time in school. It seems like a shorter day for him. And
Right.
he's online constantly playing video games with his friends from all over the country and stuff. So he's loving it, and I'm not loving it. Well, I to a degree I am, and to a degree I'm not. So I really enjoy working with my coworkers and being around them and being social with them and stuff, and being here. Yeah, you get on video conferences and stuff, but it's not the same as being in person with them. So it's like I get out of the house like a couple times a day, take my dog for a walk, that kind of thing.
Right.
But it's like I would never make it as a backwoods nature boy. I mean, I cannot handle the social isolation.
Hey man, it's not for everybody. Absolutely, definitely not.
All right.
All right, well, good day. You're doing okay. We got a call coming in, guys. Coming in hot. 208 area code. Here we go. Bring them in. Hello. Who's this?
This is Quads in the Mud.
Hey,
How you doing?
pretty darn good.
What
Hey,
kind of-
Brad, how you doing, man?
Pretty good, Josh. I'm about your text.
What's that?
I was pretty bummed about your text.
I know. So Brad and I had grand plans for Mingo Madness that we just canceled this week.
Oh no.
Mm.
Our plans. Get this. I don't know if I shared this. Our plans. My plan was to fly to Denver, go to Kansas Thursday, stay there till through Saturday night, hop on a plane in Denver, and go to the original Tribute Stash event that next day in Portland,
Mm.
and then fly home on Monday.
Wow.
So that was going to be our grand weekend, and Brad was going to come along with me.
Oh no.
So
Oh yeah, I was gonna drive from where I'm at to Portland, which is like 7 or 8 hours. Fly from Portland to Denver so I could go to the Mingo Madness, then come back with Josh on the same flight to Portland, and he would jump in our rig. We go to the birthday celebration. We geocache Monday morning, and then I would kick him to the curb and send him back
Right.
to Minnesota.
Absolutely. Well, I got news for you. It's okay. He's not that much fun to cache with.
yeah, I know.
Oh, he
I bet
actually is. Have you not watched our videos?
Yeah, he knows that's not true.
Lay on an abandoned mattress in San Antonio, like Josh and I.
Yeah, it was Brad I went with to visit old Barney Smith before he passed
Oh.
away last
Do you
February.
not understand? You not understand?
Yeah, it's funny how it's with everything going on. You have our kids, and we all have them. Josh, is your kids playing video games like 24 hours a day? Like
Yeah, so my youngest is playing Animal Crossing like constantly.
Well, what's nice is, I guess what's nice, and I think Lisa Hawkins said it in the chat room, is that like, is my kids, I talked to my son, I'm like, what'd you do today? He's like, played video games. I'm like, okay, did you talk to your friends? He's like, I talked to my friends all day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm all day today.
super social.
Yeah, so it's kind of nice in that aspect. He's getting that social aspect of,
Right.
at least he gets to be with his friends, I guess, even virtually,
Yeah, I look at my son's room all the time. He's got like 3 people up
I
there
kick
on Skype,
everybody
and
off the video games.
You kick
So
everyone
they're
out?
normally outside doing stuff with people, so they're kind of having withdrawals.
Oh,
Now
really.
they're playing video games and doing that online chat stuff, which is kind of okay, but they're like, we can't go to the park. We can't play football. Like, we can't sit around the campfire.
Right.
I don't let my kids, just sit around all the time. So, like, their life has really, really changed.
Sure. Oh, absolutely.
right.
Oh yeah, my 15-year-old absolutely is miserable because he literally he says he misses high school. He's like, I miss it. I miss going to school and seeing people, and I'm like, I get it. It's like, yeah, especially at that age. I mean, yeah.
Mm.
And what the best part is, my 15, he would kill me if I said this story, but he literally got a girlfriend right before this whole thing happened. Right before it happened. And like he's like, I can't see her. I'm like, no, you can't see her. Don't touch her. Like, we don't know who her parents are.
This,
You,
this isn't a bad thing, then, right? Don't touch her.
no, I'm a guy. I'm his dad. I'm rooting for him. Like, come on, boy.
No.
15. Yeah, this poor
So-
kid.
So here's the reason why I called.
Okay.
So Josh.
Yeah.
Airline industry is tanked, right?
Yes.
It's horrible. Today I just finished my quad fizzy. Earlier I finished my quad calendar. How are you feeling about Sweden with the prices being so dang low? Help me finish my quad Jasmer.
Oh, dude, that sounds amazing. As soon as they say we can go.
Why don't we get your wife down here? We'll see
Do you
what she
think-
thinks of that, there. Tammy down here. We'll talk
Tammy's
about
going to New Zealand in October with me. So that sounds amazing.
Tammy's awesome.
Oh yeah, Brad's hung out with Tammy as well.
yeah, she's awesome.
So
Absolutely.
do you think your Frontier cash that you got for your refund would be enough to get us to Sweden?
Not quite. Not quite. They gave me a
Sweden
whole,
would be like $100, won't it? How much?
yeah, it was like $100, and plus Frontier,
But you have to pay for carry-on. So
Yeah, right.
you can only have a personal item.
Yeah, that's fine. That carry-on's $400.
I know, right?
Yeah.
And Frontier's rebooking. I have to rebook in 90 days. I have to rebook in 90 days.
My,
Delta is at least a
Yeah,
year.
Frontier's horrible.
Yeah. Well, There's a reason they're so cheap, I guess.
All right, Quads in the Mud.
Yeah.
Thanks, buddy, for calling in. We appreciate it very much.
Awesome. Have a good time. And keep going out. Just don't lick your hands after you find the cash.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Where you find them.
Don't lick the cash container.
Don't lick it.
Let's not lick the containers here.
Hey now.
All right, thanks, buddy. We'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, I just booked my tickets to for the headquarters event in Geo Woodstock, and my wife's like, "What'd you do that for?" It's like the tickets are
Super cheap.
dirt
Super
cheap,
Yeah.
and you know they're still. I got 10 days before they take off to cancel them if I need to. So
Yeah,
you know,
smart.
I don't know what it's going to be like in August.
No,
Yeah.
of course not. No, absolutely not.
Yeah,
So-
my August flights are booked, but I have a watch on it just because I'm curious, and the prices are starting to go up for August, so they might be anticipating late August the flights are going to start to be
I
packed.
hope so.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I don't see getting less than 160. I got it for like $167 round trip.
That's
Yeah.
solid.
And it's like,
All right, guys, let's bring in. We've got Australia on the phone here, guys. We've got See My Show. Hello, sir.
Oh,
G'day, Scott.
Hey.
G'day, Josh, Chad, and Jesse. How it goes, going?
Hey,
Hello.
Mr. Negative. You're
Hello.
negative right here, right? Are we officially a negative here?
Well, I'm a positive person, but I'm negative when it comes to the virus. So that's a
I
good
can't believe,
perfect.
dude. First of all, if I was a betting man, okay, judging by your cough, I would have bet $10,000 you had it. Easy.
and, and are you completely free of whatever you had?
it was just a normal flu, but I've still got the cough now, and it's been like a week and a half.
Okay.
I can't believe with all the crap going on, you got the normal flu. Without the
Yeah, the
flying
normal-
you did.
From New Jersey too, like it was just a normal one.
I know. I can't believe. Man, did you bolt out of there just in time? I mean,
Oh yeah.
I know your fiance is there. And
Yeah.
you got to be worried, but like, man, did you get out of there just before the crap hit the fan? It's amazing.
100%. And that fact, though, I'd rather the opposite. I'd rather be stuck there with her. You know what I mean? I'm here by
Right.
myself at home. And
yeah. Shucks, I can't leave. Oh, isn't that a shame? Sorry, President Trump. I can't go anywhere. You won't let me fly. Yeah.
Well, the question I have is that what's everything going to be like in sort of 9 to 10 months' time? You know,
Yeah.
all these new baby boomers are going to come out. All these
Oh yeah.
is going to pop out.
Oh my God, there's gonna be such a boom of children. Oh yeah.
We're gonna call them the Corona kids.
Oh,
Generation C.
What was I was saying in like 2033 they're gonna be the quarantines. Oh yeah. Hey there. Yeah. Thank you. All right. Good night, everybody. Thank you. Yes.
Yeah. But I've actually got a question for Josh as well.
Okay.
Josh,
Mhm.
man, it's been a long time. It's been a long time since Cincinnati, hasn't it?
Oh, it's been a long time.
Wait, hold on. Coronials might be the best thing ever.
Coronials.
That's freaking genius. I will give you an applaud on that one. That's freaking genius. I love that one. That's fantastic. Sorry. All right, go ahead. I apologize.
No. This is getting off the whole virus chat as well,
Okay.
and that is Josh, TikTok. Oh my goodness,
It's blowing up.
good is TikTok. It
It's
is.
blo-
Look at you. You got 62.7 thousand followers.
I know. Isn't that crazy?
What, Josh, did you ask him to call in and pimp your TikTok?
No.
I have like
It's
6
absolutely-
followers.
Okay. I have never watched a TikTok. I've seen the ads and stuff in the
You
games
will.
that I play, but I'm gonna have to get the app now.
You will.
It's
You will
entertaining.
start watching it. Yeah, crazy. It took me 9.5 years to hit 50,000 subscribers on YouTube. It took me a month to hit 60,000 on TikTok.
Oh god.
Crazy.
Exactly.
Well, you're a big TikTok, Craig. You do TikTok a ton.
Well, I've only just started as well. Like I've started probably about 2 weeks ago since this all this happened. When I come back from Jersey, that's when I actually started the TikTok.
Really?
And yeah, it is going really, really well. And I think to myself, well, you know what? For geocaching in general, TikTok is obviously based for the younger generation and the younger
Yes.
community. And the amount of questions I have: what's this? What are you doing? What about this? What's this like? And then you point them to gc.com. And they turn around and go, oh my goodness, there's one around the corner from me. I'm going to go get it now. So I just think it's actually more of a positive influence for our hobby than what it is a negative one.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely, of course.
I along with there's a TikToker that geocaches that's even bigger than me,
Mhm.
double as many followers, and between
Not
me,
for long.
yeah, between me and her and Craig and a few others, like we've probably introduced, I would say, like I have one video on TikTok that is at almost 2.7 million views, and people are like, "What is this? I want to download it now. What app should I download?" It's crazy,
I'm gonna guess it's the TARDIS one. If I had to guess.
yeah, it's the TARDIS one.
That's what I was.
So we've got we've got a lot of Doctor Who people jumping on that, but Doctor Who, geocaching, it all connects, right?
Yeah, the other
Let's
one,
be honest.
the other one that I'm thinking about, I think it's the same one. That's Corey. Is it Corey? She's down
Yeah,
in
Corey
Florida.
Spurrell. Yeah,
Yeah, Corey Spurrell. That's the one down in Florida. Yeah, I think she's great, and
Oh, yeah, she's great.
and I love her the way she does those little clips as well. So
yeah,
big
and
shout
so.
out to Corey if he's listening.
Yeah,
That's cool.
so there's been I even emailed headquarters. I was like, I'm guessing you're getting a bunch of new downloads on the app, because honestly, that's where I'm sending people, because the official app is great for teaching people how to geocache, and and then I'm saying, well, they always ask me what app I use. I said, oh, I use Cachly, but I would encourage you to start with this.
Thank you, Josh, for mentioning.
And if you've got an Android, they can't use Cachly, you see. So
yes,
Right.
more reason to get from that. So.
Right, but yeah, TikTok, you know how it is. The kids start it. The kids start the Facebook. Now
you're
the kids jump on the Instagram, and then the older folks just kind of follow right along. And I think TikTok's here to stay.
Yeah, I would hope so. Yeah, I mean, and my kids love it. My 9-year-old loves it. My 9-year-old is on TikTok.
Okay, Josh, you have one more follower. So I
Aw.
just installed the app, created an account, and followed
Follow
you.
Josh. You didn't follow me. You follow Josh. I've actually never figured it out.
I don't
I have
want
like
to follow
4
you.
followers.
I have one video, and it's of my son saying, "Follow me."
Yeah, I know.
That's what it is.
But
Yeah.
Scott, you've got to do the new trend to Jesse. Have you seen the new trend one on there that's at the moment?
No.
Where Jesse's like on a conference call or doing something with work or whatever else as well. And you video, like you front face video, don't rear face video. You front face video, you walking out naked in front of her. You see, and you video her reaction while she's on a conference call or whatever else as well, while you're there standing butt naked.
We missed our opportunity. I was working from
Yeah.
home this
You were
past
working
week.
from
I have
home
to
the
go
whole
back to the office on Monday.
Yep, and get TikTok famous that way. All right, Chad, there you are.
That's the new trend.
Oh, yeah.
What,
There you are. Look at this. Watch this. Watch this.
Oh, he
Follow. You know what that means? You gotta have to put a video up there now.
Uh-oh.
Or else I'm not gonna follow you.
I have to put a video, yeah. I'll video my dog walking tomorrow.
There you go.
And so,
that'll get hit. Trust me, that will get hit.
People love the dogs
oh,
on
yeah.
TikTok.
so
I
Craig,
do.
how are things in Australia?
Oh, well, geocaching related, that's the other thing, is our reviewers posted a note at the beginning of the week. All our Australian and New Zealand reviewers are not publishing any more caches.
Oh,
Really?
wow.
No.
I don't know how I
any
feel about
caches
that.
whatsoever.
That's surprising. Wow.
Well, the thing is, our governments here have all said, do not leave your home unless you actually need to do so. In other words, for obviously supplies, medical or food supplies,
Mhm.
or you're allowed to go out to do a walk around the block for exercise. That's it. So for you to, as a geocacher, to jump in your car and travel to a location for the purpose of geocaching, not allowed.
You know, we have a
Mm.
cacher here in Chicago that archived.
No, not archived.
I apologize.
Disabled.
Disabled like 200 of his caches because we don't have that here in
Yeah,
Chicago.
that-
At least they don't. You know,
They actually encourage us to go out
Yeah,
and
they're
get
things.
exercise,
Yeah,
just not congregating.
as long as you're not a bunch of hormono teenagers and young
Right.
adults on a beach in
Right.
Fort Lauderdale,
Right.
getting unsocially distanced.
So I don't.
Yeah.
So Jesse and I were talking about it. Like, well, what do you think of that? Do you think it's okay for people to? Do you think people should be disabling their caches at this time to discourage people from going caching, or do you think they should leave them open? Joshua and Chad, this is to you, to encourage them to actually get out and go caching.
I think maybe if it's in a public place, disable it. But ones that are in a park, ones where you got to hike to someplace, etc. Then no, I wouldn't disable those. People of course should use common sense, and
Right.
even if you don't think anyone's hit the cache, hand gel. You bring hand gel. Use the hand gel after you've put the cache back and move on.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Jesse and I both had gloves. We had
What's the very first thing when you open the app? What's the very first thing that it tells you?
It tells you that geocaching is a risk.
Geocache at your own
Danger.
risk,
Yeah.
right?
All right.
I mean, if somebody chooses to go out and knowing that someone just found that cache earlier in the day or the day before, that's on them.
Right.
Now, that being said, do we all have a responsibility to try to prevent, and slow the spread? Yeah, we all,
Yeah.
that's all of our responsibilities.
Social
but
responsibility.
It's a social responsibility. That's right. But it should not be on the owner's shoulders.
the hider.
Oh yeah.
I think it just kind of depends where you live and where you are geocaching. To your point, Chad, I just happened to look at the map in Hanover and some of Daniel Flieger's caches, and I know Hanover. That's a place where people live on top of each other.
Right.
Like, it's very high concentrated, so it's like, and a lot of his caches were disabled. You're not encouraged to find them. But I think
Right.
hiking out in a forest preserve in a wide open space, I think that should be okay.
Yeah, I think it's okay.
Yeah.
I think it's fine.
I found lots of caches in urban spaces like train stations and places like that where it's like, yeah, you those are the ones that you want to disable to keep people distance from there. Yeah.
I think Chad knocked the nail on the head when he said common sense. He said the word common sense. Now, common sense is not that common, though. That's the issue, guys.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the,
Good point.
True.
that's
True.
the problem we have right there.
Don't make me
It's
spit
not
my
just
beer.
about the virus, that the human stupidity as well.
Oh,
Let's be
absolutely.
honest.
Yeah, I mean, like I
And so
said, go ahead.
I was going to say the opinion here in Australia, or the consensus in Australia, is that everyone stay at home for 2 to 3 weeks, let this virus run its course, get rid of it, and it'll all be gone, within a month. Whereas if everyone's still going out, doing things, going down to the beach, for instance, as well, because what's the difference between taking your family to the beach and taking your family to the woods to go geocaching?
Well,
if you're still social distance,
you're going into fall right now, are you not? If I remember correctly, aren't you getting into?
Yeah, we call it autumn, mate. Where we're nice
Autumn,
and special, we call it autumn.
You're adorable. All right.
Oh,
Um,
I will definitely say the difference between going to the woods and going to the beaches is how much social distance you have. A lot of when I'm seeing the videos of the spring breakers there, where they're laying, practically on top of each other at the beach, and then they're spring breakers. You know what the hell they're doing after in the evenings. They're not social distancing, and it's just gonna spread like wildfire there. So at that point, you got to say, no, you got to stop.
Well, didn't you see, Jesse? I know you saw the video of the California. No, I'm sorry, the Florida beach, where they tapped everybody's cell phone. They
Oh
put
yeah.
their cell phone, and they watched where they
Yeah,
went, and
yeah.
how they spread across the United States.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh Lord. So wait, so
And so that's something I was going to say is that country-wise, you can't blame any particular country in general.
No.
You've got people down in Florida, for instance, on the beach, the spring breakers. We've got Bondi Beach here as well. Like last weekend, was just packed solid. And so, what our government though does, and you'll obviously notice this with our sort of, I won't say the gun laws, but you know what I mean. And that is, they just lock everything down. They just say, enough's enough. Let's just stop it all now, and that's it. So they've locked all the beaches down here in Australia as well. Most of the beaches are all locked down and closed. You can't go to the beaches. There's all signs up. There's barricades out. We've got borders closed as well, so we can't go into Queensland, for instance, if you're in New South Wales. Things like that. So, we just go to extremes here and lock everything down until it all goes away, and then that's it. And at the same time, though, it's still rising, but obviously nowhere near like you guys.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
Right.
my point being before is that you guys are hitting the fall, so I would think like people are. I mean, if this goes for another month, you're going to hit April, which is going to be pretty much deep autumn, won't it? I mean, when does your winter start technically?
No, our winter doesn't start until June.
Okay, so
So
okay,
June,
so but you'll get it'll get distinguishably colder. I mean, my point being, at some point, people are not going to go out just to hang outside. You know, if this came Chicago in February, we'd be no problem getting social distancing because nobody would be out. You know, I mean, people really aren't even going out, except we had 165-degree day here in Chicago, and everybody went out. You know, because it was so gorgeous outside. But it hasn't been that way since then because it's only March in Chicago. You know, in March in Chicago it was cold still, and so
Yeah.
go ahead,
It's
Chad.
that cold here in Australia.
Living in a little bit warmer climate, I'm seeing lots of people out, and for the most part, we're all social distancing. The problem is people are taking their kids out and then letting them play on the playgrounds.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
no.
And that's just it's like
Mm-mm.
you might as well just forget about it. I'm sorry, kids playing on the playground, it's a breeding ground. I mean, and I've seen it slow up a little bit. I think people have started getting educated about it, but it's still happening. And
Well,
that's what scares me.
The other problem, and I made this comment to Scott earlier, is that we as a society tend to not learn from other people's mistakes. You know, it's that, well, it's not going to happen to me mentality.
Exactly.
It's the teenage pregnancy, their first time because it doesn't happen to me, or you know what I mean? That's I think in general that's just our mindset is that it's everyone else's
Is that
problem.
a U.S.
Right.
entitled mindset, or is that a human being mindset?
We definitely have an entitlement mindset, and I think attempting to fully lock things down in the U.S. Will blow up. There's just a lot of Americans that aren't going to have it, and it's just going to hit the fan. We can't do what Australia is doing because the public will not accept it.
You know who really wouldn't accept it?
Who?
Joe Exotic. Sorry.
And thus the Tiger King.
Did you like that? The Tiger King. That was my
I
transition.
love it.
Can you imagine what he's thinking right now?
Okay.
Well, he is locked up, so
This is true. Spoiler
Oh,
alert.
sorry,
Spoiler
spoiler
alert.
alert. Sorry, I'm so sorry.
I think you know that in the first 5 minutes, but
I don't know it yet, but it looks like I'm going to have to spend at least $9.95 or $9.99 for a month's worth of Netflix.
Oh, yeah, come on, yeah.
Absolutely.
it's worth it.
Oh,
It's
hold on,
worth it.
hold
Heck,
on,
we'll
hold
give
on,
you
hold
our
on, give that to
password,
Craig.
man.
Poor Craig. Craig, he's from Australia. This is costing him like 10
Sorry,
bucks.
Craig.
Anything else you want to say, buddy,
So good.
before I let you go? I know this is expensive, pal.
No, mate. Just all I say is everyone just stay safe, guys. Stay safe. I mean, everyone that I've met over there, I'm looking forward to getting over there at one point in time. So I'm, everyone stay safe, and I want to see everyone at the H2 event and Geo Woodstock. And don't forget, if you haven't logged your Will Attends on Geo Woodstock, log them now.
Hey.
I love it. I love it.
So are you?
All
Are
right.
you? So Craig, be safe, buddy. All right, and we love hearing from you. Honestly, we do because you're on the other side of the world, so we love to hear from you and make sure things are going on. Things are okay over there.
Cheers,
So
mate. Cheers.
Thanks
I'm
for
back
checking in.
I'm back to work on Wednesday. I can't believe it. I've got to get back to work.
I
Wednesday.
can't believe anyone's going to go near you at work. I can't believe that. They must hate you there. Didn't you put everybody?
Well,
Didn't you put
yeah.
everybody in quarantine? Didn't everybody have to quarantine because of your butt?
No, they didn't. No, they didn't because I tested negative. They don't have to quarantine because of being in contact with me.
Oh.
But I still had to. And this is the thing. I tested negative, but I still wasn't allowed to get back to work for the 14 days because I'm a returned visitor. You see, that was a rule put in place. by the government. And that's the thing with Australians is that we always go on the worst case scenario in Australia. So we had the massacre down in Tasmania.
Right.
And so the government said, you know what, let's take everyone's guns away. And we all turned around, yeah, fair enough. Here you go. You know what I mean?
That's so not
Don't do that.
American. It's amazing. Like, yeah, you're right. Here you go. Here's my guns. Here, enjoy. Here you
It's
go.
like, yeah, come take my gun.
Like, I won't even start on the random breath testing we do. We pull people over, and police pull people over here for no reason at all apart from to test their breath and check their driver's license.
You can't do that.
You know?
You can't do that. You need probable cause.
No, not here. Not here. Random, mate. Random. We get told to do one every half hour minimum as a test.
You just randomly
Yeah.
pull somebody. Okay, do you pick the hot girls? That's the question. Do you pick the hot girls?
I won't say that there's one guy in the office that does, but it's a possibility that he does, and it's not me. Don't worry, it's not me. Go trust me on that. I tend to, if I don't want to be busy, I tend to pull over the mums and dads or the
All right,
grandparents.
right, with kids in the car, the old right.
I pull over the oldies because the oldies like a chat as well normally. See,
Right.
because they're around here where I work, they're quite lonely in some cases, so they like a chat. So I'll stand there and chat to them for 5-10 minutes. Normally, not in this situation though.
Right.
In today's society.
All right, Craig. Always good to hear
leave
from
it-
you, pal. Always good to hear from you.
All
Thank
right,
you so
guys.
much for calling in. We'll talk soon.
And I'll see you later.
Yeah, absolutely.
Take care.
Hear from you, Craig.
Guys, 808-468-7924. You want to give us a call, talk about something.
Talk
Joshua,
about Tiger King.
the Tiger King. Chad, you got to sit down for a minute because we have to talk about this and Chad has not watched it yet. Joshua.
I'll forget it soon enough, and
So this is what happened, Joshua. Jesse is like, everyone's talking about the Tiger King. We have to watch it.
Uh-huh.
So we sat down on the couch, and Chad, for the record, Chad, it is 7 episodes long of like 44 minutes each. Okay?
Yeah.
And so Jesse's like, we have to watch it. All right, fine. It's literally 5:30 on Friday night. We sit down on the couch. We didn't get off the couch till 12:45.
Yeah.
We sat and watched it with our mouths open. Every episode got weirder than the next. We were like, what the hell is going on?
Must see TV, man.
The producers of this show
Oh,
must be so happy
my
there's a
God.
pandemic going on right now. Because
yeah.
It's amazing. It is.
so much
It's
free
amazing.
publicity of social media, and people can sit home and watch and do nothing, and it's fantastic. It is absolutely fantastic.
The thing that's amazing about it is that I was amazed by it was all the footage they had. They had so much
Oh yeah.
footage of like for years of footage. And the guy, just Joe Exotic guy, he recorded everything. So
That's amazing.
he's just like self-publicity, man. Oh my gosh.
And let's talk real quick, Joshua, about Jesse. Which one did we like? The guy with no legs. Like this guy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He was sane. He was like normal.
Oh, yeah.
person. Like what the hell is he doing there? Like, why?
Super normal guy. He was the most normal. Let's
Right. Yeah. Like the most normal guy there. Like what is he doing? You know? Like
Yeah.
it was such a weird. I mean, like, I don't know.
That's Missouri, man.
It's not
Missouri.
No, Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
Oh, I'm sorry, Oklahoma,
Oklahoma.
Florida, because a lot of it took place. You know, the Tampa stuff, and then was it Texas? The other guy that had like the 6 wives or something.
Oh yeah, where was he? He
He
was
was in
in.
Florida.
Texas?
He was in Florida.
Oh, he's in Florida.
He was in Florida.
oh,
I thought
Just-
she was. I thought Carol was in Florida.
Oh, maybe Carol was in Florida.
People that have not seen it yet probably haven't. I mean, you just got to watch it. I mean, you watch it and you think to yourself, this. I can't believe this is real.
Right, I know.
Oh,
These
yeah.
are real people. Like these are characters. These are real people, real scenarios, real things that happened. And you're just waiting for the end for them to pull the curtain back and say, oh, by the way, this was a fake documentary.
this was the Blair Witch Project.
I mean, it was pretty amazing, that like, I mean, everything he did and all the characters involved and just, I mean, we just couldn't believe it. I mean,
It's
we
like
finished.
Joe Dirt with tigers
Oh God!
and real. And it's
and
real.
real.
Yeah, it's
That's
on-
a
it's
good.
on
That's a
Netflix.
good description.
It's a Netflix show. If you don't have Netflix, it is worth the $9.99 for a month.
Yeah,
to watch.
we actually saw. Scott found an interview that David Spade did with one of the workers
The girl
from
who
her.
lost I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah,
But,
and so he asked her who can you see if we were to make a movie, who would play Joe in this
in the movie.
in the movie, and she was like,
You.
you. Like, it was like so perfect.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was really good.
That's hilarious. And the memes going around about it are hilarious. Like I just saw one today that was, I'll tell you who's to blame for COVID-19, Carol Baskin.
Yeah, it's just one of those shows, man. It's just like right time, right place,
Right.
and it explodes. It's kind of like, I mean, I think Stranger Things was like that too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Kind of like right time, right place kind of thing, and it just exploded.
It is on Netflix.
Yep, Netflix.
People want to know in the chat room, where do we watch it?
We watch it
Netflix.
on Netflix. That's where it is.
Tiger King.
Yeah,
It is something else, man.
Yeah.
And so Joshua, so your wife is doing dances every day.
Every day. Well,
what,
in
made,
this office working.
what made her think of this? Where did this come from? It's
I
a
don't
genius idea. I love it. But
Well,
and so your wife. It really.
I
is.
know.
It's
She's just like, so we have a woman that lives with us too. And so they're, so Tammy, she's in school and she was in the middle of her clinicals and they shut down her office where she was doing her clinicals. She's doing physical therapy. So, so her clinicals is over.
Right.
So she's gonna have to make it up. So she's just home and, they just started dancing and then dancing turned it like into themes and it just kind of got it's just getting the bar is getting higher and higher and higher and makes me wonder what they're going to do tomorrow. I have no idea. This morning I got up, had my coffee, and I looked at them and I said, hey, you should, because they usually post spontaneously like 4 or 5 o'clock at night. I said, you should start working on yours now. You should start working on it now because if you see the video I posted today, that was an all day thing.
Oh, really?
Props, baking, cakes, decorating. Like
It was amazing.
yeah, it took hours to make that 2-minute video. Hours. So
Well, you got something to do because I think me and you talked a couple of weeks ago, and I was like, "Hey, Joshua, with everything that's going on, how much you got in the hopper?"
yeah.
And you're like, "I got a couple of weeks. That's about it." And you're on a streak of what, 9, 10 years of video?
Yeah. I'm over 9 years. So yeah, if anything, I can film inside, but that's not quite as exciting. So I can still get out and film, but yeah. But I do have a video in the hopper of Casey, Illinois.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
Place I just watched your video today.
Oh, did you?
So yeah, if you guys don't know, if you're patrons, you know. Patrons of the
I've heard it.
Geocaching Podcast. Yeah, if you're patrons of the Geocaching Podcast. KZ, Illinois is the town of big things.
Yes, it is.
And is that the world's largest mailbox? That thing is so cool.
Isn't it amazing?
It's probably the coolest
Was
thing
it
ever.
open for you or was it closed?
Yeah, it was
Did
open.
you go up there? My favorite part of the whole thing is that you can actually mail letters there. There's an actual mailbox there.
mailbox.
Like, it's brilliant. It's awesome.
It's so brilliant. It's so the things I was impressed with was the world's largest mailbox.
Yeah.
The rocking chair,
The chair was,
Mhm.
yeah.
humongous. I mean, it's
Mhm.
so big.
It's a building. It's
It's
a
like
building.
I'm just trying to imagine the city council meetings when they're talking about, what do you
What's
think?
next?
What else can we build?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So,
The
sure your
birdcage was
video-
fun.
I'm sure your video will be much better than ours because.
well, it might be a little longer, but I took it was when I was picking up Reese from college. So Reese is in it and her friend, and they're both pretty entertaining. And this city was a ghost town. I filmed it Sunday morning. Nobody there. There was a teenager walking around by himself, and you're gonna get a kick out of this. We're like waving, like, "Hey, how you doing?" He's like, "Hey, how you doing?" And I was like, "Yeah, we're just filming all your big stuff or whatever." And the kid goes, "This place effing sucks." That's all he said, and walked away. I was like, "Okay, glad we visited." Okay, no, it's really cool.
It's
and-
a lot of Jesse. Didn't you hide a cache there? What did we put? No.
No.
I
I put a snag the tag there.
yes, there was a snag the tag there.
There was one. I bet you. Was it public
No.
already?
Found. Yeah, it was found a day.
Oh, yeah. It was the last game. It was
It was
Oh.
zombie.
the zombie one. The
Yeah.
zombie one.
Oh, that would have been funny if I would have ran across it, and it wasn't even
yeah.
published yet.
Yeah, she hit it right. Did you see the two big knitting needles?
Yes.
Did you see those? Yeah.
Yeah, I put it there.
Right. What did we put it in? What was right there?
The corn.
The
It
corn,
was
yeah,
like
yeah,
right
like
by
right
the
next to the
corn,
corn
but I
in-
think I
in
put
the,
it in. I put it in the
in the bushes.
plants.
In
In
the
the bushes
bushes.
there.
By the corn.
Oh, that's a fun fact. That's something I did this week. I snagged a tag.
Yeah, I saw you got one.
First time I've ever found one. I've hid one,
Yeah,
but I've
you-
never found one before.
Yeah, I actually found one, and there's nothing that's come out here. Absolutely nothing.
Really? Yeah, there hasn't been much in the Midwest. I've watched the map.
Yeah.
But I think Snag the Tag. I don't think they're posting new ones for a while now.
Well, no, because they can't.
Yeah.
Because I heard that geocaching.com their store is down,
Yeah.
and that's where you could buy them. So
Yeah.
technically you can't even buy any right now.
And I got in right under the radar.
I love getting.
Yeah. So I just got the other side of the
Oh,
coin
did you? Let's see
today.
it.
Yeah,
Let's see it.
today, right before they closed. I look. Yeah, it's somewhere.
See, I've got both ninjas. I got both.
Oh, that's cool.
Kind of ninjas and their backpack.
Yeah, snag the tag.
Just real quick, our chat seems to have disconnected from YouTube. So you guys chatting in YouTube, I have the app open, but we can't see it on the screen. So if we're not responding to you, that's why. Just a heads up.
What are people saying? Just like anything.
I'm trying to go back and read through. It looks like we've missed about 10 minutes or so. I
Guys, we
couldn't
apologize. Things are a little wonky going on.
couldn't figure out what happened.
with StreamYard because of so many people are using it and so many people on social media right now. So be happy we have video. I would say. So Jess, anybody says anything we need to know about, let us know because we obviously can't see it, unfortunately. So are you on the? You're just on your phone on YouTube?
I'm reading through it on my phone. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So Joshua, so you snagged one.
Snagged a tag, and the crazy thing, I saw it published at 6 a.m, and I had to work. It was a work day. I had to work all day. I'm working from home, and it was lunchtime. And I looked. It was 12 o'clock. 6 hours later, and I couldn't believe nobody had grabbed it, which is crazy considering I live in Minneapolis, St. Paul. Like I couldn't believe it.
Right.
And so it was 15 minutes away. I drove up there. Sure enough, I found it. And if you want to watch me find it, I went live on YouTube while I did it. So
You did.
it's my most latest video. Well, I need content somehow. So can't travel anywhere.
I remember I found mine. I was at work and I was and it was literally like 7:30 in the morning, and one went live 6 miles away from my work, and I couldn't go until lunch. I'm like, oh, you got to be kidding me! And so it was the longest morning ever waiting to go to lunch to go get that thing. And as soon as 11:30 hit, like I was out the door and driving out there, and boom, and then I got it. Yeah, I actually found
That's
it.
awesome. Well, now
There's never any of them near me.
No, yeah, it's
Never.
It's nice to catch one in the wild, especially because not that many people go for it. It's not like there's going to be a bum rush for it. So you got a really good shot at it if one does come out near you. But just you got to take off. You got to go get it. Jesse, people are wondering, are you guys still seeing the Facebook chat?
Yeah, I was trying to respond to Craig and I accidentally blocked him, so I had to go back in and unblock him. Sorry about that. Yes, we can see the
We don't
Facebook.
listen to you anymore.
We can. Oh wait, hey,
it's back. There we
it's
go.
back! Yay, we got YouTube back.
That's weird, man.
That was very strange.
Josh, what are you drinking? The chat room wants to know what you're
I
drinking.
am drinking tonight. My wife brought this in. I just texted her and I was like, hey, could you bring me a beer? And so she chose the Red Rambler Ale
Red Rambler Ale.
from, where is this from? Knoxville, Iowa.
There's a Knoxville.
Go Hawks.
Wow.
I gotta find out where Knoxville.
Knoxville, Iowa. So it's a small town. Should we ask Siri what the population of Knoxville, Iowa is?
Jesse's looking right now.
No, it's 7,313.
Really?
I should be Siri.
Jesse's faster than Siri.
Jesse,
Wow.
how many people in Knoxville, Iowa?
7,313.
That's not super tiny. Pretty
No,
tiny.
it's pretty big actually.
Yeah.
They
Big
have a
enough for a
racetrack.
big enough for a brewery.
Right?
Yeah.
It's kind of a cool.
Meanwhile,
It's like an old school bottle. Look at that.
That brewery
Oh,
employs the whole town.
Yeah,
The
right.
whole town works at the brewery. If that brewery goes under, the town goes under.
It's
Fun
the county
fact.
seat. And it's the home of the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum.
Here's another fun fact. The brewery is located in what was once the Nash Rambler car dealership.
There
Oh,
you go.
that's cool.
There you go.
That's really cool.
Hey, the Aussie Geocacher purchased two 2020 Sucks shirts and hoodies this week. Thank you, sir. Thank you for the patron discount. Well, thank you for being a patron, sir.
That's awesome.
Yeah, 2020 Sucks. You not gonna get your shirt there, Joshua?
It doesn't have that positive message that's on my brand.
All right, we're gonna make one that's gonna say 2021 will be better.
Yeah,
But
it's a
2020
little off-brand for me.
2020 isn't so good. How's that?
Yeah.
No.
But I ordered mine, so
Thank you, Chad. Thank you.
Hey, come on! I've bought 2 shirts from you. I got the ammo can shirt, and I got the podcast shirt. So
Yes, and you've worn the shirts during your
in videos,
We appreciate that.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, Snag the Tag. I think Snag the Tag is really going to take off now that geocaching.com is selling them. You know what I mean? Like people are going to start seeing that's like a endorsement of geocaching.com. That's pretty.
Right.
That was like a big win from them, I think.
Oh yeah, to get geocaching.com to
Yes.
on it. Oh, absolutely.
And they're sending the other half.
yeah.
You know,
And
that's
like when I had him on a show last year, I mean, it was a great idea. A game within a game is genius.
Mhm.
You know, it's a great idea for a game. You know, so so I was all for it. You know, when we had him on the show, and I was gung ho. Like, let's however you might help. Let me know. Jesse's going to check out that sound. What is that sound, Jess?
It's our refrigerator wide open.
oh oh
That was
gosh.
you.
I wish I was on my phone right now because then I could pretend I'm at your front door again.
That was our fridge being wide open.
Yeah, I went to go get another beer and I left the refrigerator like literally wide open. Sorry about that.
That's so bad. All right, Joshua. Anything else you want to discuss today? It's already 9:01. Anything else, sir?
I don't
You can
know.
discuss
Oh,
whatever you want. Anybody else? Real
did
quick,
you wear that
anyone-
shirt?
Wait, hold on. Anyone else? Give us a call. 808-468-7924 to get the last second call in.
This is
before we
another.
start.
If you want something positive, this is a shirt that's on our.
Oh, there
in
you
the
go.
shop, too.
That looks
Oh, there you
nice.
go.
That's
Look at
nice.
Jesse flashing everybody. Go on there. There you go.
That's for TikTok. Did you wear that Back to the Future shirt because I was coming on the show, or are you just wearing it just because you're wearing it?
Top of the pile, kid. Top of the pile. Sorry.
Well,
I know you'd
because
like
look,
it. If you'd like, I'd
my whole
say yes.
office. Look, I found this. I found this in an ancient.
Oh, that's cool.
You like that?
Rock and Marty.
Very nice.
Yeah.
And
Where
I
did you
have.
get that? Is that
let's
an
see.
eBay? Is that an
That way.
eBay? Yeah.
I
like
can't remember. My brother gave it to me for Christmas. I got a lot of Back to the Future stuff around here.
All right, hold on.
these?
We're getting a call in. Hold on. What do you got there, Jess? Oh yeah, look at Joshua. I got my my DeLorean back there.
Oh
Look at
yeah, I
look at
love
behind
that
Jesse here. Hold
poster.
on. There you go. Everybody look at behind Jesse. There you go.
Yeah, that's so cool.
I feel like a weatherman.
got
I can't find the. There you go, right there.
Hold on. I got a
I
call.
got
I got a 717 area code here. Where's 717?
717.
bringing
That's West Coast somewhere, right?
All right, I'm bringing
West
him in
Side?
hot. I don't know. Hello, 707, 717. Hello,
Hello.
PA.
Here, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania.
Harrisburg, Pennsylvania.
Oh.
Who is this? What's your name?
Jeff Prindle. I've met Joshua a few times.
Oh,
Hey Jeff, how you doing?
Hey, good.
Awesome.
Good.
what
Yeah.
what can we do for you?
I was just wondering what your first adventure will be after the epidemic, or whatever you want to call it.
Oh well, that
Panda.
really depends on when it's over, I guess. Yeah. So the fact if Mingo gets moved, that means to me that I'll have to do something exciting in the summer before the 2020 event. So I don't. Maybe Midwest Geobash. Who knows?
Were you planning on going to Midwest anyway?
I was not planning on it. But if Mingo is moved, it kind of makes it a little bit more appealing. So I've also have a dream, and I was planning it for 2021. But I have a dream to get a camper van and do an East Coast trip in your neck of the woods.
Oh, nice.
So I want to. I have a dream of starting at Niagara Falls, doing the Eternal Flame Earth Cache, working my way all the way up to Maine, back down all the way to Pennsylvania, and then I want to visit. I'm a big Mr. Rogers fan, so visit the Mr. Rogers Museum in Pittsburgh,
Nice.
and just doing like a full loop around the East Coast. So if it doesn't happen this year, it'll hopefully happen in 2021.
Yes, we're looking to do that just as a weekend.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I need all those states too.
New England trip, just Boston and then shoot down. And
We're gonna shoot for Thanksgiving weekend this year. I
this
think
year.
we'll
That's what
see.
we were hoping, but who knows what's gonna. Hopefully things will be cleared up by then. I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, so I don't know. Depends when it's all cleared up. But I'm knock on wood. I hope that 2020 August event still happens.
Oh, you got
Me
Ian.
too.
You got Ian all excited in the chat room because you're Midwest Geobash.
Hey, it's no promise, but hey, everything's kind of up in the air. Yeah, there is a Mr. Rogers virtual in Pittsburgh. There's a statue that would be really cool to
Oh,
see.
is it really?
Yeah, there's a Mr. Rogers statue.
Oh, that
Oh,
would
you
be
need to
cool.
get a picture in front of the Mr. Rogers.
Oh, of course I do.
Because many times I've said you were the Mr. Rogers of
Yeah,
geocaching.
I know.
Pick on
I'm gonna
us.
sit on his lap.
What about you, Jeff? What are you gonna do once all this is over? What's your plan?
Oh, I wanted to go to Seattle, but that's not going to happen. I was in Dallas or Fort Worth, so we'll see.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, we're supposed to go to Seattle, but who knows? I mean, luckily I think we actually got plane tickets that we can swap, right, Jess? I'm assuming?
I don't normally buy insurance, and for some reason, I bought the insurance for this trip.
Which is weird because we usually don't. So,
Mhm.
but like, luckily for us. So.
If they do move it, I hope they move it in time for me to still get a credit from Delta. You know, because I just canceled a Delta flight and I got a full credit.
I think my main concern is getting that reversible that reversible where I go icon from. Like, I'm gonna be super pissed.
Yeah,
if I
because
can't
this 1 year, I was thinking about that too. Like, this is the only year you can find that.
The
So,
locations you're
the
talking
lo-
about?
the signal one,
Yeah.
the location list,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
And so if all
Yeah.
of these megas are canceled and postponed, and oh, what a shame that would be.
My guess is that those good people at geocaching.com will make it right no matter what. So if things get pushed, my hunch is that they might extend something like that for
Yeah.
another year. I
would hope.
I would
They're
I would
doing
hope.
they're doing such a great job listening to geocachers, and I just think they've done a good job making things right, and I have my faith that they will.
Well, I saw that Jesse told me we just got extended. Jeff, did you happen to get an Adventure Lab at all? By the way.
I got an event that I can host until the end of the year, until November.
Oh, you got a
Oh,
community.
nice.
You got a community one.
Yeah.
Nice. Lucky. I didn't get one of those. So Jesse and I got Adventure Labs. We both at different times got Adventure, and both of them expire at the end of is it May?
I think
1st?
it's the end of April, May 1st or
May
something
1st.
was what we were
And, like,
told.
I'm not going out to do an Adventure Lab because I want to do mine at Wrigley Field, but I'm not going to go, to Chicago and walk around Wrigley. And so we just saw it got extended to August 31st. So hopefully that's enough time
Yeah.
for all this to go away. It's scary. You don't know what's going to happen with all this. But all right, Jeff, anything else you want to talk about?
No, thank you very much for taking my call.
No problem, buddy. Thanks for calling in.
Thanks.
Be
Good
safe.
talking to you again,
Be well, man.
Yeah, I'll see you in another Woodstock
for sure.
All right, be well.
for sure. You too.
So it's interesting. Like if they did that, I would hope that that they would update the what am I talking about?
The location list.
no,
Extend it.
Yeah, the location list. I would
Yeah.
think they're probably going to. I would assume.
I mean, I think they might extend it to 2021,
I would hope so.
even if, because
Right.
especially if there's events that full out cancel and don't redo it. I think they would extend that to at least those events that were supposed to have that and didn't have signal there.
Yeah, I mean their best bet. I mean August. I mean hopefully everything will be back to normal by August. That's the hope. Is that you've got Midwest and you've got the Cash Bash and all that, and now that's all and no, those are in July. Excuse me. Wait, those are in July, right? Just one of those. Are those in
What's July?
Cash
Well,
Bash and Midwest.
Midwest
is
is July,
July.
and West
July.
Bend is August.
Oh, West Bend is August. Okay.
Hmm.
Okay.
Is West Bend the weekend before the 2020?
Yeah, I think it's one weekend before.
Wow.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And there'll be a bunch of others booked in September or October.
I mean, it's
Right.
gonna be insane, and that's what stinks is that well, it was such a bad time for this is that so many people are going to cancel their trips, and you're going to see
Yeah.
numbers way down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For all this stuff.
I think even if we are given the okay, I think people's own paranoia is going to set
Some
in.
of
And,
that,
yeah.
definitely.
Yeah, I mean, I was talking to Jessie. She's like, "Well, are we going to go if they give the all clear?" I'm like, "I don't know. We're going to go walk right into Seattle, where with like huge numbers,
Yeah, their numbers are down though.
And not only are we going to go to Seattle, but we're going to go congregate with thousands and thousands of people
At the Space Needle.
from all over the world. I'm like, do we really, really, really want to do that? As parents, are we really being responsible parents? And
We'll see what
bring people to
happens.
Chicago, like
See what happens between now and then. It's a
Yeah.
lot of time.
Right.
A lot of things can happen.
I think this is going to change a lot of things, and it's going to make But once this is all over and done with, I think a lot of things are going to change
Hmm.
in our lives, and just like how people meet. And I mean, like, if anything, it's proving that people can work from home. If anything, it's doing that.
We will get people to wash their damn
And
hands
wash
Yeah.
their damn hands.
when after they've used the restroom,
Yes. I
instead
hope.
of just leaving without washing your hands. It's
Yeah.
like, that's the one thing that I see, and it's just like, what the hell is wrong with you?
Yeah, I hope these increased hygiene habits stick.
Yeah, especially for our children.
Yeah.
Hey, Josh, real quick, is your son an
Yeah.
Iowa fan? I used to see him wearing a Hawkeye gear all the time in your videos.
We are all Iowa fans. I was born in Iowa. My whole family lives in Iowa. So yeah, we're Iowa Hawkeye people that have lived in Minnesota most of our lives in enemy territory. It was tough growing up on the Iowa and Minnesota border. I got made fun of a lot, but it just made me stronger, made me more resilient, just like the rest of us Gen Xers.
You Minnesota people. First of all, is Minnesota nice, and you guys are always amazing. But many people don't know. I lived in Minnesota for a year. I went to college in Winona, Minnesota.
Home of Winona Ryder.
Home of Winona Ryder, right? And we went for a year, and they are really passionate about their sports in Minnesota. I mean, like the Vikings and
Yeah,
oh, man,
It's-
and you know,
it's what we got. It's just what we got. And we're also
Golden
passionate.
Gophers.
Yeah, we're also very passionate, and we're maybe some of the most disappointed fans.
Gophers. I mean,
We always have teams that are just on the cusp of greatness, and then we get crushed. That's our.
I mean, I was there. I was there the first year that Minnesota had the Timberwolves. It was their inaugural. Oh my God, their inaugural year was my first year of college.
Yep.
So I was there for it, and my God, you guys they loved it.
Oh yeah,
it was everywhere.
Went to Big Ten school too, so Purdue and and it's always Ohio State and Michigan, and everyone else is getting our hearts broken.
There's too much truth to that. Too much truth.
All right, guys.
But yeah, I'm really heartbroken that we don't get basketball. At least it would have been great to at least have basketball.
Yeah.
March Madness.
Yeah, I know. My sons really are pissed about that. Yes.
The Big Ten had a ton of teams in there this year.
Oh yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, my Hawkeyes look great this year, and didn't even get to play. Yes.
Okay.
Anyway.
Wait, hold on. The Aussie geocacher C. Michelle says a very small Coke is called a Minnesota. Oh, it's a Minnesota.
Okay.
Oh God.
I love it. I love it.
That's a
Thanks,
dad
Craig.
joke. Okay, we
That
have
made
to
my
end the
night.
show. We have to end the show now.
I love those kinds of jokes.
What, dad jokes is what?
Yes,
Oh,
they're my
Lord.
favorite.
Oh God.
There was a song that I used to sing when I was a kid, and it was a play on words with all the states.
Is
Like,
this the German one you're talking about to me the other day?
no, not the German one. That was the one about the ducks.
Sung to me the other day, and I swear to God, I had flashbacks of Auschwitz, and I wasn't even there.
It was one of my favorite songs when I was a kid. I used to sing about the ducks. I will not sing it. Absolutely not.
It sounds so German, dude.
It's very
so
well
Nazi.
because it is in German.
It's like, oh, I heard Juden in
No,
Juden in
no,
there.
you didn't. It was a song about ducks swimming with their little butts up in the air. It was a song I used to sing when I was a kid. But I used to sing a song about the states, and it was a play on words with all the states and it was a question and then an answer. And the question was a state, and the answer was a state. So, what did Delaware? She wore a brand New Jersey. Where did Maryland?
Okay, you got to find that for next Saturday.
I will find that. I'm going to get on that.
This is high quality entertainment right here.
We need a TikTok video made of Jesse singing the song.
Yeah.
Send it to Josh's wife. She will sing it on.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, I will find that.
Find it and find a video.
I know it's out there because I actually found it for my son when he was little, and I played it for him. I will definitely find that for next week.
All right. So Joshua, always a pleasure to have you, sir.
Great. Thanks for having me on. Great. I had nothing better to do.
Sadly, I know.
Really? You couldn't be just zoning out on Netflix?
I already watched The Tiger King. I got to find something else.
So next week, guys, next Saturday, I'm assuming we're going to be here next Saturday because I don't think
We're in this for the long haul.
I talked to what many people don't know. I have a friend, my oldest friend. We met when we were 8 years old in second grade. He's a big guy in Hollywood. He is the showrunner for the show NCIS. If anybody knows that show, the Mark Harmon one, and he's written for it for 10 years. Now he's a showrunner for that show. He's gonna come on next week. I talked to him today. He said I'd love to, and he's gonna talk to us about what's going on in Hollywood, everything that's happening right now, things getting shut down. He had to make the call to shut down his show, and how he felt about that, and so we're gonna bring him on next week to talk and chat, and he's got plenty of stories about me, and we got plenty of stories, and he's a real funny guy.
And he's a funny person.
Yes. So the head guy on NCIS next week is going to be here. Oh, there you go, Jesse.
Yes, that's the song.
You should do a screen share and pull it up on YouTube and see if
All right, next week I will be prepared with songs.
yeah,
All
I'm
right.
prepared for you to sing the whole thing.
So if you guys want to call in and talk to somebody who works on NCIS, the Mark Harmon one, not all the other ones, just the Mark Harmon one, you can give him a call. Phone lines will be open. So that's about it for tonight, guys. Be good, be safe, hug your loved ones for Christ's sake, and virtually hug your loved ones.
From 6 feet away.
As from 6 away, as Chad would say. So Joshua, always a pleasure, sir. Thank you so much.
I'm hugging you both. I'm hugging you all.
It's always good to see Joshua. And
Good to see you. Thanks for having me on.
and to know you're safe and know you're well.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
okay. I'm doing fine.
Chad, always a pleasure, sir. Jesse,
Thank you,
always a
sir.
pleasure. Jesse's already looking. She's already down the rabbit hole.
No, my son's trying to call me, so.
Oh, okay. All right, we'll get off. All right. All right, so guys, we'll see you guys on Wednesday where we are talking about, I am totally blanking on my mind right now on what Wednesday's show is.
Wednesday is inappropriate swag, I believe.
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you.
awesome.
Insufficient and
Oh, yeah.
inappropriate swag. That's what the show is on. Wednesday. So we will be talking to you guys on Wednesday. And thank you for joining us tonight. We actually went an hour and 17 minutes. So we appreciate you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Hey, anybody who's a patron, thank you so much for helping us during this time. You want to help us again, patreon.com/the Geocaching Podcast, or make a one-time payment at paypal.me/the Geocaching Podcast. And we thank you guys, and we will talk to you guys next week. Thank you. We can end the music there. This is actually the Friday night roundtable music for the patrons. If you didn't know, Joshua wouldn't know. He's a patron. So thanks, guys.